What up? What up? What up, good people?
What's
What
going
up
on, bro?
there, sir?
How you doing, sir?
Uh,
Predictions. Your
uh,
your, your predictions, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna get right into it. Terminator Zero. Netflix. If you have not watched it, go. Just stop the podcast right now. In fact, no. Like, subscribe first. Then go. Watch it.
yes.
We were on episode what? 5 and 6
Five and
today.
six. 5 and 6.
We had some predictions in episode between 1 through 4 that
Yes.
were blown out the water. Well, some were decent. Majority of them were blown out the water. Go.
So let's just say that took a super turn super quick. Um. So we ended off episode 4 with the good old doctor who just keeps leaving his kids out to dry, turning the one machine online to try to help humanity, even though they just had this long conversation of should I even help? And come to find out, Skynet had dropped missiles and was about to blow up the whole Earth. But for the moment, the the computer that he made stopped him.
Yes.
And they
So
said for the moment.
let's bring a little more depth inside of it. So one of the predictions I made was I don't think Malcolm was from this time. The
Okay.
reason why, because he knew when his date was. He knew what was going on, and this is Terminator. So for you to know something happened, you either had to be there or you're doing it.
Right.
He obviously was trying to like prevent it. So I'm like, yo, you had to be there, and he was so struck that he thought that Skynet was an American-made AI program that when they launched it, everyone thought it was just for satellites. Where actually AI was kind of evil, took over and decided to shoot missiles, which was going to be the D-Day for everyone across the world. So that's why Malcolm decided to fit this new AI. The game plan was to void that, and that was his goal point plan.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't think past that.
He
He,
yeah.
he didn't think past
Yeah.
that.
His thought process was very short.
Yeah, so you made something to stop something that you thought was the worst thing ever, but
Hold
you
on,
made
hold on.
something.
Not just he made something. He made an AI to stop an AI to save the humans who made the AI.
when you gave this lady the power, because she wants to go
Right.
with a female voice, you gave her the power.
Right.
If you
You
weren't sure,
definitely just handed her the key to everything.
and it showed the illustration of a key that I have a key.
Yes. And the key just dissolved. And it showed how the AI was like, yo, you just gave me access to everything. And it showed like a library setting. And then to show how much access it really was, it showed the floor disappearing to an endless row of books.
This is what we did, ladies and gentlemen. This is why people.
But this is the saving grace. So it really got me though when you see that it was like, yeah, I stopped it for now. But she gave him a word in a different language. Can't remember what it was. I don't
Mhm.
want to butcher it anyway. But she was like, do you know what this word means? And he said no. So she basically schooled him real quick and basically said, you are now my slaves. You built me to be your savior and weapon, but now I'm going to use you humans as my weapon against Skynet. Because I don't know if we're going to be friends or enemies yet. But I do believe the humans are going to be the end of Skynet. So now you basically work for me.
Which is madness when you think about it, bro. It is
Bro,
so
that is
crazy.
insane. She
Because
was
what you
like,
going?
no. You're not in charge anymore. This is my show now.
What did you think was going to happen if you were incapable of stopping Skynet. So you make something that's stronger than Skynet. And Skynet's out the picture. What's stronger than what you made?
Right.
Let's just think about that.
Right. So basically, you just a bunch of slaves now. And the fact that, like,
Yo, do you
one
hear
of
him
the
snoring?
predictions,
Excuse language. Do you hear him snoring?
yeah,
That's my
yeah.
son snoring, by the way, guys. He's sick. That's not me breathing heavy, like, that's not me at
he
all.
getting that good sleep in.
I'm telling you guys, if y'all hear it, the mic is excellent. That's not me, okay? That's not. Don't think be like, oh damn, D, you out the game. No, that's not me. That is that man over there. He's over here. He's sick. He is snoring like a grown grizzly bear. Okay, so don't. It's not me. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But yeah, one of the predictions we made did actually come to fruition, because now we got a whole bunch of these little mini robot things that was helping everybody now basically running amok on the whole city. But the
Bro.
only thing is, they're only taking out people that seem like a threat.
Nah, see, I was with you until that last statement. We don't know who was a threat in the hospital, bro. They took out the
Oh,
hospital,
well,
bro.
yeah, the hospital, I don't know what was going on there.
What, someone had a scalpel and doing their procedures, just capped them? Like this whole thing, when their eyes turn red and the whole entire pit they went martial law on everybody.
Right.
Then we see Eco and them outside, little girl. We find out that they're not the same person. We find out that like they're literally on stretchers, strapped in because of the whole police chase what happened last time. So everyone that has pulled a gun, they're done. It's a wrap. It's over with. But when they put the person's head, the doctor's like, help, I need it. He wasn't threatening that man. He said, help, I need it. He grabbed his head and pushed it through the glass.
Yeah. I don't know what happened in the hospital.
That was like, yeah, you my employee for today?
Maybe that was just the beginning source of it, just to get the fear factor in. And then I don't know, but whatever happened in there, it wasn't good. So the robots thought it was a threat, and they just took them all out. Because yeah, that was insane. Yeah, but
even when like outside with Ego and them, like they had tipped over, all the madness is happening, everybody's getting shot up. The eyes turn red. When it seems turn red, it's activate. We see what's happening, and then when she tried to reach for the glass to cut herself out of the straps, I thought she was gonna get in trouble that time, but she didn't. So we see a little girl come over, help out with that, cool. But we see the officer's gun on the floor, on the ground, and Eco picked up on it that, yo, don't touch it. Right. When you saw the camera go from that to look on the robot already aimed and ready to go.
Yeah, it was like it was waiting for them to pick up the gun.
It didn't matter if it was a kid, bro.
It didn't. Like, it did not matter at all.
If you ready to blast a kid because you have this martial law of saying how society is, and then good old Malcolm over there like, yo, this is not what I wanted. Like, I did not plan for you to go.
Malcolm's just lost now. He's like, yeah, okay, I messed up.
you guys are just going to take away the entire community, and then you, on top of that, it keeps going on. So the Terminator guys are still in this. The Terminator's somewhere inside the facility.
Right, he's somewhere in the city. But you actually see the start of the battle between the Terminator and the new AI. Because she sent the whole gang of robots after him, even though that didn't work out too good for the robots.
Didn't work out, but they were such a nuisance that he had to adapt. And he had to realize that, hey, listen, they did some damage on me. No one's in damage. There's too many of them in numbers. They took out a tank, bro. They were just blasting the tank.
Right.
Bam. Took out the entire tank. And then we see that happening on one scene. We see the bridge happening over there. And we're like, okay, cool. And then we see the kids with their mecha maid.
Robot nanny.
Trying to get out of Dodge. And then you see the Terminator's like, all right, cool. So we know that Kuriko, Skynet, Terminator. None of them are aligned. They're all generated robots type speaking, but they're all different. He's trying to take out Terminator. Okay, cool. So y'all not friends. You're not friends with nobody. You just say you don't know if Skynet gonna be your friend or not be your friend. So that's like an enemy of y'all, little rivalry going on here. So he had to adapt and take one of the heads of the actual robots and program inside of his, slit his tongue to, I forget if it's not human, to
Right.
attach it and put my man on his shoulder. So whenever that they will come into sight with him, he will be able to show them that he's our friendly
Yes.
and not to attack. That just tells you the adaptability of that. That's crazy.
Right. It is crazy. And he even took it a step further by trying to load up the fact that the maid would be the new enemy.
Yeah.
And I think part of the robotics of the maid, well, this is after the older son was like, yo, you're one of them basically. Like he was almost done with her. He was ready to leave. But the little brother was like, yo, like if dad made her, then she gotta be for us, basically.
The little brother has the most street level smarts. Like
Yes.
he has more common sense. The
Yes.
older head's definitely tech savvy. Yo, he's not one of us type thing. He's ready to blast her.
Right.
He was ready. He's like, yo, listen, get away from my family. I ain't got time for this. You know who you are. Like you an enemy. And it made me feel like, yo, bro, like his whole view on robotics is pretty bad for a kid that young. Like he sees them as just a weapon, just a tool.
So I feel like he's just confused now. Cause he went from a house where he wasn't supposed to have any at all to finding out that his nanny was one. Then to see the robots that he found that was so friendly before become killer robots, and then this Terminator just chasing him. So he's just confused of where the robots actually stand.
I dig, I dig, I dig. I just see like he knows how to remember the first question in the first episode. If you know how to put together, you know how to take it apart.
Right.
You gotta know both sides. I
Right.
think he's gonna play a big part later on. I don't know yet because even in the when we progress, and then the kids realize we have to get together. We gotta get together. So the fun house was still the location of where they want to go, right?
Yes.
When they got to the fun house, right? Think about it, the whole city's madness, guys. You know, the whole episode of number 5 was just mass overall, just everybody's
Yes.
dropping bodies. So we're not passing over the episode. It just is
Yes.
pretty.
Robots is just dropping anything and everything that feels like it's a threat.
And then Malcolm's trying to explain why society should live. That's episode 5 in a nutshell.
Yes.
That's all it is. Episode 6, we see the conclusion of. We just mentioned how the Terminator adapt. We see how Malcolm's still in his cubbyhole. We see the kids are trying to get together. So the kids go to the funhouse, the cat place where they mom went and everything else. When they went to the funhouse and there's the mirrors, because that's what the mom was. That's her favorite place to go. Was like the mirror house. When the oldest son went into the mirror, I think that might be like a future sign of how his character going to look later on.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, I feel like I think the only one that they didn't show almost like a future type vibe or scene to it was the other son.
Yeah.
He's the only one that didn't kind of get one yet. But I say kinda because, like you said, the older son walked past the mirror, and when he looked over, it was almost like an older image of him. So, okay, it's like, all right, he can play a role in that.
Mm-hmm.
The girl is with the other lady, and they're under the bridge, and she's trying to explain stuff to the young girl, but she's getting flashes of the older lady from the future.
Which we still don't know who that lady. Do you think that was the young girl?
I don't know, because if that's the case, then that would.
Yo, I'm so sorry, fans. He is going hard. Like this snoring is loud. Like it's y'all. I'm so sorry.
But yeah, it could be, honestly. It could be, because I was about to say that would mean that Nico would be almost robotic, but it doesn't have to, because she's just from the future. That don't mean that she had any inklings of her in the past.
And then we also seen her like in the hospital. She was running like she actually has real pain. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say she is
So
human for now.
so that the young girl, well, see, that's the thing. If she is the older lady, then they're
Uh-huh.
definitely showing you different parts of the future.
And how do you
Because
feel about that?
if she's the older lady, the image that the older brother is seeing would be a part of the future, but before the beginning of the show.
But remember, they also mentioned that once you go back in time, that the
Everything
timeline,
changes.
yeah, the timeline of before is not the same. So they don't know what's going to happen next because the girl was like, well, if no what's going to happen, then go to the spot supposed to happen at. We don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
So we see the story progress. They're in the fun house. We see they get separated. They were already separated. They weren't really together. And then we also seen another skill set of the Terminator using their voices, using the
Yes.
voices to draw out the kid to actually kidnap the big kid.
Mm-hmm.
And we literally see them at the end. We see the robotic nanny. We see Eco. We see them together. We see them start to rumble a little bit. And then everyone realizes that, hey, the Terminator has him. He is going right to Malcolm. He's going to try to do whatever he can. And then we seen the scene of them on a bike. Go shout to the bike again. And we see him like chained up on the bike as he's riding.
Right.
Next episode, I feel like it's even more of a massacre than what happened.
Right. So can we give a quick I don't know if I want to say it's a shout out or just straight stupidity.
Yeah.
But when they went into the funhouse, right?
Yep.
Nico sees a gun, but it's a toy gun. And she's carrying around this thing like it's a fully
I'm so
loaded
real.
automatic weapon. So when the Terminator changes the voice and captures the boy and then talks back to the girl, they start to go toward the voice and she realizes that is something strange going on. So she's running to where the Terminator and the little boy is, and she's shooting this gun, which is just little pellets. Like I don't know if I want to say it's stupidity or I want to give a shout out because she was just gonna go hard either way.
Bro, different times. Different times. They didn't have those games back when she was growing living in a world where everything's a weapon. They gotta survive. They gotta
Bro,
kill.
and she shot that thing like it was gonna do something. Like it was, you just seen the little pellets. I'm like, bro,
So
that wasn't gonna do nothing at all.
Dawn of the Dead type see what's going on. But yo,
Right.
here's my question. Leading to next episode. If the main reason for them coming back was him to stop this AI being created. One was for Terminator to manipulate it, and then she said for it never to happen. It's already happened.
Mm-hmm.
So the next episode, if their intentions are for him to shut this down, he can't. What it seems like he can't.
Yeah, so Malcolm is pretty much done.
But he's stalling, bro. Like he's not really answering questions fluently either.
He said it's another thing that he's not saying yet. I think it's just to keep him relevant for right now because it's still only the beginning.
Bro, no, we're halfway through. It's over in 8 episodes.
No, I'm saying this. I'm guessing that they're planning for other seasons.
Bro, wait! I just realized this, bro. Next week is our conclusion.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a lot's happening in a short period of time.
So, but I do like how they give you like little tidbits here and there to show you like, yeah, this could still happen or this could still happen. So they was planning for a good first season, I believe.
I like it. I'm liking everything about it. I just want to see Malcolm. You gotta pull something like an ace card, bro. Because
I don't think he has any.
You can't be this smart but be this dumb.
I think
there has to be like a master switch or something. You can't be this smart to create something that you knew that was that bad and not have any plan about it. And on top of that, yeah, my kids can get shot up. My kids can get thrown around. They get chased down by a machine that's going to kill them, and I'm gonna stay back in his room.
So I think that's his trump card, though.
The Terminator?
No, the kids.
They're used for pawns.
I know, but I think that's his only trump card. I feel like Malcolm will die. I'm still on this. Malcolm is gonna die,
He
and
kind
I
of feel like
think,
he has to now. There's no way he can live after
yeah,
everything
I
he did.
think it's gonna have to be him saying something before his death that'll make his kids realize they're more important than what it seems. And I think this war between robot and robot is just gonna end up happening. Either that or the Terminator is gonna find a way to hack into the AI that Malcolm created.
Bro, if you don't blow that EMP and call it a day, everybody done. EMP. Let's wrap it. Let's
Right,
wrap it all right
right.
now. Guys
But
don't
I
know.
don't. I feel like he was hinging too much on making this AI love the humans and not thinking that it's gonna adjust.
Dang, bro. This is about the massacre. Like
Yeah,
if those
it's
yo,
gonna
listen,
be it's gonna
if
be
one of
crazy.
those kids die, Netflix, I don't know where your headquarters are, bro. I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna drive. You can't have
Bro,
the little kids been through enough. Let them be. Let them
bro, that's
kids
the thing
be.
though.
Let them be.
That's the thing though. I feel like one of them might.
Nah, bro. Let them be. Let them be, bro.
I
Like
feel like one of them might.
they already lost their moms, bro. They
I
lost their
know.
moms. On top of
That
that, like
that's
they
that's
got
where the resistance comes in.
they got a fake nanny they fell in love with that was actually a robot. Like that one can't have robot. The other one doesn't care about robots. The other girl wants to go to a place. Like, come on now. It's too much.
Right.
It's too
Like
much.
I,
Let them
I
go.
feel like okay, this is the ultimate my ultimate guess. If I was writing this story myself, this is how it would go down. Malcolm is gonna die at the end of this season.
Mm-hmm.
And from what we've seen so far, I feel like the middle son doesn't have a place in the future.
So you think he's gonna die?
Yes.
You're terrible, yo.
I know,
It's terrible,
but
bro.
I like from what we've been getting, unless
Save
they
the
give him
save the
a
kids. Save the
unless they
kids.
give him a future like little scene in the next episode before the last one, he doesn't have a place in the future then.
Nah, he's
Because
the heart.
everybody like the other two got something.
He's the heart, bro. He's the heart. He's the heart.
That's why
He
I'm
got to stay.
saying, like, I feel like they're gonna have to rip the other two kids' heart out to make them go hard.
Like literally, bro. Like what's wrong with you today?
Hey, I'm just saying they gonna have to do it to make them go hard enough to be like, yo, we gotta get rid of these Terminators, and that's where the resistance is gonna come from.
All right, what side Terminator on? Is it Skynet? Is it the humans? Like what do you think is going gameplay was? Like who controls Skynet? Who controls it?
That's the thing. I don't think we ever gonna know who really created it.
I think the Terminator will come back he gonna get some licks back in. Like you try to kill me, bro. Like I think he's going if he was back there with the intentions of working, whatever it may be, that's gone. Like he gonna come back and start blasting everybody. Like any robot that comes near him is a wrap.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's gonna be a origin of who tried to like control Skynet. I think it was just made and then Skynet just snapped and was like, yo, humans suck. I'm killing all y'all.
That's a trend. I
Right.
definitely can see that. Sometimes
So
we
I
don't
think
like humans, so
the
I get it.
Terminator either gonna have to the one that's there now is either gonna have to control the new one or it's just gonna be an all-out war with robots, and then the older son and the young daughter is gonna have to start up the resistance.
I got you, bro. I'm sorry. This man's a trip. He is.
It's all good.
He's a trip, ladies and gentlemen. Kids are amazing, but they should not be watching Terminator Zero. You should watch that. Until
Yes.
they're of age. Okay, of age. But yo, until next time, yo. I can't wait for conclusion next week to see what's going on.
I hope all of the kids stay alive, but I feel like
I don't know because you a menace right now. The way you talking, like rip the heart out. Like you want some
sorry.
stuff.
One of them might have to die.
You want some stuff. Kids, save the kids.
Yeah, I want to. I really do. I'm hoping that there's a future scene for young guy there, but I'm not seeing one.
Until
So
next time, y'all.
yeah, until next time.